Alright, let's start with our exercise 5. Okay. So a table is given, a table like this. So it contains some of the students information of IT. So for example, this is the ID, this is the sections these students are in, this is the CGPA, and this is the year, the corresponding student. So for example, for ID 732, he is from section 1, third year, and with a CGPA of 3.6. 813 ID has a CGPA of 3.4 and year 3, something like that. Okay, I have already copied this data here. So as data, so just take a look. So this is our data. So this is the ID of the students, this is the section, this is their CGPA, and this is their year. Now, say for example, in your previous one of the weeks, you have learned the sort function. If you remember, the sort function actually sorts an array. Now, say for example, I want to sort these students based on their student ID. Okay. Now, if I write something like this, say for example, sort our data. So what will happen? So I sort it. As you can see, it is sorted. So IDs are sorted like first from a smaller value to higher value. Also, the sections are sorted. Also, the CGPA is sorted. This one is sorted. So if you remember, when I call a function, the function actually operates column wise. So all of the columns are sorted. But there is a catch. The problem is there is that when I'm sorting this thing, previously the ID 732 had a CGPA of 3.6, but now the ID 732 is having a CGPA of 3.4 because I want to sort this data based on their ID. Okay, and I want to keep the associated, like what is their section, what is their CGPA similar. 732 has should have this one. I don't want to sort them according individually. I want to sort these three row, these three columns according to their IDs. Okay, I do you get the idea? I believe you got the idea that I want to sort the other rows. Okay, I want to sort their other columns based on their ID. Okay, things like that. But this function does not work in that way. This function works only takes all the columns individually. So how can we do that? How can I actually do something like that? Sort this data based on their ID, but it will maintain the associated data of the students, associated information of the students. Okay, save. Now, to do that, there is a simple function that is called sort rows. Sort rows. Okay, what I want to sort? Sorry, I want to sort the data. Okay, so I want to sort the rows of this data. Okay, but based on which column? Okay, I can specify a particular column. So if you try to take a look here, this sort rows function. As you can see, the first sort row of 1 A, that is the data, this is our matrix. Then I can actually specify the column as well. Say for example, I want to sort our data based on the first column, that is the ID. So I want to sort our data based on first column. Now as you can see, this is sorted. But now ID 732, okay, this was the first one, 732. Okay, it has, and the strength has a CGPA of 3.6. Now it has a CGPA of he has a CGPA of 3.6, and he's from third year. Then ID 813 has a CGPA of 3.4. Here also ID 813 has a CGPA of 3.4. So I am sorting our data. This is our data based on this column, and all the other information are actually matched accordingly. Okay, so I believe you got the idea. And yeah, okay, so this is the concept of sort rows. I can actually sort rows based on any of those things. Now for example, say, so this is our data. So instead of sort based on their ID, I can also sort them based on their CGPA. So for example, if I write sort rows data of 3, this is the third column. So if I write like this way, now they are sorted based on their CGPA because 842 has the lowest CGPA, so 3.2. This comes the first one, and it is actually these IDs, this section and year are actually sorted based on this column. Now I can also add some additional parameter, like say for example, if I do descent. So as you can see, it was by D I mean descent. So instead of going from low to high, I'm going from high to low. So now it actually so it is descending. So highest CGPA comes first, then the next one, and so on this way. So this way you can actually use this function that is called sort rows. Okay, this is another one in your list of functions, built-in functions that you are learning. Okay, now if you take a look at here. So part 2 of the question was, say I want to find the information of the 3 students who has the highest CGPA. So we have already sorted these things based on their CGPA. I want to find the information of the students who has the highest CGPA, 3 students. So I can actually extract the first 3 rows from this like this way. If you remember, I want to extract first 3 rows. So 1 is to 3 and all the columns of those things. So this is the information of the top 3 students. Okay, but there are better ways to do that instead of going through all this trouble of sorting rows. So this is our data. Say I want to from this data, I want to find the information of the students who has the highest CGPA like this way. So there is another function for that, that is called top k rows. Okay, top k rows. So if I take like this, it will take our data. Okay, so based on which column I want to find the actually maximum one. Say for example I want to find the 3. As you can see, it will give me mm, it is going to give me by default the highest 3, this one, that is the ID. So when I'm calling like this data and 3, this is the not the third column, this is the how many elements I want to extract. Okay, if you try to take a look at here, this function top k rows, as you can see, unlike this sort rows, which is the second parameter was column, but here first one is our matrix, second one is the how many top values you want to extract, how many top rows, then the column. So if I want to do like this, if I do like this 3, now as you can see I extract the information of the top 3 students who has the highest CGPA. Okay, things like that way. So try to understand the parameters, how the parameters, and if you can forget those things, that's completely fine. You can just look at your this documentation and try to understand how it actually works. Okay, I hope it is clear. So let me write it down for you so it will make things clear. So first we learned one function that is called sort rows. Okay, it takes our matrix. Okay, first it takes our matrix. Okay, then the column number, then takes the column number. Then we have learned another one. If I want to find out the top k rows, so it will take the matrix, then it will take k, how many rows I want to extract, this one, then it takes the column number. Okay, so be careful about this one. And if you don't give the column number, by default it will extract the it will consider this one column number as 1. Okay, so this is the two things that you have learned. Now let's take a look at our question again. So there are some additional exercise. It is let's take a look. The question is, can you extract the information of the students from third year? So as you can see, this student is from third year, this student is from third year, and this student is from third year. So I want to extract the information of the students from who are in the third year. So I believe you can do it by yourself now. For if you don't, please try to do it by yourself a little bit. Okay, so try it by yourself first, then actually take a look. So data from this fourth column, I want to see who are the who have these 3. So what I want to do, from data, if I write something like this, all the rows of fourth column. So this will actually if I write like this, it is going to extract me, it is going to bring out this fourth column. What I want to do, data of 4 is equals to 3. So this is going to give me this logical array. Now when I have this logical array, I want to do some logical indexing or something that is called actually Boolean masking. So this is 5 elements, these are also 5 elements. I do the broadcasting concept, I place it, mirror it above all of those things, find out only those rows that have 1. So if you remember, I can just do something like this, data of, just copy this portion, copy, data of which satisfy this condition, this fourth row has 3. If I extract, now one mistake, that is I have to extract all the columns, I want to extract all the columns. Now you have the information of the students who are in the third year. Okay, I believe you can do it by yourself for now. If not, just try to take a look and practice a little bit. Now there was another question that I want to extract the students from second year also from second section 1. That means there is actually two conditions here. So from your programming exercise, I have found that some of you are actually going through lots of troubles to write if is condition again and again. Okay, instead of doing that, I can actually do it in a single line. Okay, if I do something like this. So again, let's take a look at our data first. So this was our data. I want to find the students who are in second year. That is the first one, who are in second year, and also the students who is from section 1 or section 1 or 2 from this row. This was the section column. So I'll do this and sign. This stands for and. Okay, I am writing a condition here. So this and stands for one and for logical indexing. So I will call data of all the rows of second column say is equals to 1. So the students who is in second year as well as the section 1. Now if I extract, so I get this student because only this student is from section 1 and second year. Okay, this way, using like this condition and or we can actually facilitate this kind of way. You can actually call your conditional statement within single line. Okay, matching these things together. So let me write it here. So this is the and. Okay, and this one is for or. Okay, so this one is for and this double line. Okay, this is for or. And if you take a look here, when I am calling this logical indexing, I have to use only one sign, not double. When you will see it will automatically give an error. Okay, you don't have to be so much. If I do double, it is going to give an error. As you can see, operands to the eto and eto operation must be convertible to logical scalar values. That means this has to be 1 for this way. For other scenario, like when you are calling it individually in the if condition, you have to use double ampersand sign. Okay, so I believe this is clear. Okay, and so try to do it by yourself, and I believe I hope there will be no problem. Okay.